right. Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started. We are continuing on the topic of the pre-qualification, how to take more listings. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our notes here in just a little bit. But as usual, I want to go ahead and invite those of you that are joining us over on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook to come join us over here on Zoom. And if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask them away. Go ahead and type them in as I will be having those addressed. And we will get to all of your questions. So feel free to just go ahead and type those questions in. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Power of pre-qualification. What's the purpose of this? Why are we doing this? It's simply nothing more than to take more listings. As I've mentioned before, there's three key things when it comes time to taking more listings. Okay, what am I talking about? Well, when we set appointments, there's three factors that gets us more signatures. Number one is a pre-qualification. Okay, so pre-qual is very important in this. Number two is going to be that of your listing presentation. Okay, so your listing presentation, basically skills. And then number three is going to be your closing skills. If I were to put a weight or a percentage for my analyticals, probably about 80% of it is going to be in the pre-qual. 15% of it is going to be in that listing presentation. And then last but not least, it's going to be your closing skills. Okay, so 80, 15, and 5. And why do I break it down that way? Again, just simply for my analyticals and the importance, and so that everybody can have some version of the separation. Now, why is the prequal so important? Again, the purpose of the prequal is primarily for two primary purposes. Number one is to identify any potential objections we're going to be dealing with. What are the objections? Well, we're talking about commission, we're talking about pricing, we're talking about length of contract. We might even be talking about services provided. Are you going to do X amount of open houses? Are you going to be doing this much marketing? All of these different type of potential objections that will end up showing up in the presentation. Number two is going to be that it is the most important. That's going to be of motivation. Okay, motivation is absolutely vital. Now, as for motivation, why is this important? This is important because that allows us the opportunity in the presentation, now talking more about them versus about us. Okay. Now, if you're the type of person that goes out there and presents and says, this is what I do, this is how amazing I am, this is what our company is about, and for the most part, this is with what all the comps and the figures and all that other stuff is going to be. If your presentation is predominantly on that, you're doing it wrong. Because you're talking about yourself, you're talking about how amazing you are, you're talking about your company, you're talking about facts, figures. And what we want to do is there's one of two things. One is either we're talking about logic or we're talking about emotion. Okay. And the more we talk about everything I just mentioned, it's more about logic. And logic, what that does is it gives them a position to think. So, in other words, logic makes them think more. Think about it. Okay. I'm amazing. I'm great. I've been in the business for X number of years. I've sold this many properties. Let me see. Is this the kind of person that we want to hire? What about the company? My company's so amazing. Let me share with you how we came up with the colors of red, white, and blue. Let me share with you our founders. Let me share with you all of these other things. Is this the company that I want to hire? How about facts and figures? CMA, price per square foot. Here's the average sales price. Here's the days on market. Should I sell it at this price? All of these things gets them to think more, and we don't want them to think more. What we want them to do is we want them to spend more time on number two, and that is emotion. And the emotion is what causes people to act. Logic makes people think. Emotion makes people act. And what we want to do is we want them to get to act more. We don't need them to think more. Okay. And the emotion, the way we draw that out, is going to be nothing more than just simply talking about them, their wants, their desires, why they want to accomplish this, the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, and the hows, and the occasional ifs. That's what we want to focus on. Okay. So good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Again, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, come join us over on Zoom. Okay. The links are there. All right, so I want to go ahead and share a couple of quick points, and we want to be able to continue to create value. Without further ado, I do have Lizette joining us. She's going to be partaking and adding additional layers of value. So let me go ahead and start off with our first point, okay, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into a little bit of the role play. Now, remember, as I'm just coming off of with what I just mentioned, pre-qualifying, When we're pre-qualifying, sorry, when we're pre-qualifying, we want to ask questions between the questions. Okay, questions between the questions. I know you guys hear me say that all the time, but as an example, where are you going to? How soon do you want to get there? Those are two questions that are right back to back. In between those questions, you want to be able to ask more questions. Well, Robert, why don't we just have them in there? We don't have them in there because every situation is going to be different. I gave everybody some homework. Write down who, write down what, when, where, why, how, and the occasional if. Write down 2 to 5 questions for each one of them. Who's most excited about this? Who in your family is waiting for you when you make this move over to San Diego? Where exactly in San Diego are you wanting to move to? Okay. Where is it that, amongst the community, where would you like your home to, for the people that are buying a new home, where would you like your home to be built? So on and so forth. All of these questions between the questions, these questions are always going to be motivation type questions, and it's about them. Okay. The second thing is the pre-qualification. What it also does is it brings out the objections in advance. Brings out the objections in advance, as I mentioned. If you were taking a test, would you want the answers to the test, or would you want to rather go in there blindly? Okay. By having the answers to the test, it gives you the opportunity, the ability to be able to go into the presentation a little bit better and a little bit stronger. Okay. So let me go ahead and open it up to the audience. Any questions, comments, concerns before we go into the role play? Lizette, any insights?
Not at the moment. I think you're breaking down the who, what, when, where, why. I think that's a very key aspect to all of this. It's
Yep.
just asking better questions.
Yeah. And that's key right there, is asking better questions. We have to remember that knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Okay. When we go into a presentation, we want to be in a position where the more information we have, the more we have to our arsenal. Okay. Let me repeat that. When you go into a presentation, it gives us the opportunity to have the knowledge, which gives us the power, which gives us the confidence. Okay. Let me give you an example. So, for those of you that have prospected and uses scripts, was it easier your very first time picking up the phone, or was it easier your 100th time or your 1000th time? The more knowledge we have, the more confidence we have, and the more confidence we have, the better we are as a presenter. Okay, and we know exactly how confidence ends up showing up, especially when we're in a presentation, when we're in a position where we're trying to showcase what we're about, and that's in life in general. Okay, that's in life in general. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Let me go ahead and share the script. I do need participants. So this is participation, which is absolutely vital. This is how we grow. So if you could turn your cameras on, you can unmute. Again, I'm going to be very gentle. I know exactly who I'm working with. So let's get some participation. Let me share script. This is the part where everybody that is over on YouTube and as well as Instagram and Facebook to come join us so we can go ahead and share some of the scripts and what we're seeing. All right, so let's go at it. Who wants to be the first one to go? We're going to work on just simply the opening. Stan the man. Let's do it, buddy. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so let's do this thing. What I want you to do is I just want you to work on simply nothing more than the opening. Oh, hold on. I just realized I accidentally typed over my opening line. Irony of that. There we go. All right. So whenever you're ready.
Okay. Oh, I'm using this one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me zoom in. Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Robert. It's me, Stanley, your realtor. How you doing today?
Good. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. I know that. I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous.
You're good. Keep it coming.
I know that I called you. We called last time. Do you have that 10 minutes I asked you earlier? Right now, are you free right now?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
Perfect, perfect. All right. So before I come out there, there's a number of questions I need to ask you. Is that okay?
For sure. Let's do it.
Perfect. So if what I say makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident that I can sell your home, are you planning to list your home with me when I come up to your property?
I mean, we'll think about it. Let's do this one over again. I owe you a redo. You're the first
Okay.
one, so I appreciate you going. We're gonna build some of
Okay.
that confidence with what we're talking about. So you get a redo, which unfortunately
Okay.
sometimes we don't with sellers, but you got to redo with me. So,
Okay.
all right, here we go. Ring, ring. Hello.
Hi, good morning, Robert. It's me, Stanley, your local realtor.
Hey, Stanley, what's going on?
Good, good. I asked you earlier about that 10 minutes. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Do I have that 10 minutes now?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Perfect, perfect. So before I come out there to the property, there's a number of questions I need to ask you. Is that okay?
Yeah, just do it.
Perfect, perfect. Well, if what I say makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident that I can sell your home, are you planning to list your home with me when I come out there?
I mean, yeah, we'll think about it. All right, good job. So you literally went from a 4 to a 7. I'm going to take you from a 7 to a 9 here very
Okay,
quickly. Here's how we're going to do this. You're sitting down.
okay.
Stand up.
Oh, right. Let's do
Okay,
this.
there we go. Okay, the perfect angle. I love it too. All right, so here we go. All
Okay.
right, here we go. Ring, ring.
Good morning, Robert. It's me, Stanley, your local realtor.
Hey, Stanley, how are you doing?
Now, I remember last time we talked, I asked you that I'm going to call you for the 10 minutes. Do I have those 10 minutes now?
Yeah, let's do it. I got time.
All right, perfect, perfect. So, before I come out there to your property and you feel comfortable and confident that I can sell your home, are you planning to list your home with me when I come out there?
All right, there we go. Better. Okay, so better energy. Okay, a little bit rough in the opening, but I want to keep going. Okay, so the
Okay.
answer is, well, we'll see. I mean, I think we're ready to go ahead and do this thing.
Oh, okay. We're
Keep
going. We're
coming.
going.
Keep coming.
Sorry. All right. All right. That's perfect. That's all I need to hear. So, are you planning on interviewing any other agents for the job of selling your home?
No, I mean, it's you. We don't really have anybody else that we've been in conversations with.
Okay, that's great to hear, and I'm confident that I can impress you during the presentation. So now, remind me again, just for clarity, where are you moving to again?
Well, we want to stay here in Visalia.
Okay. Are you staying in Visalia? So is there any important reason why to stay in Visalia? Is there like more family here?
There we go. Okay, so we're going to go through the exact same thing. Some of the discovery questions, if you notice, none of that started with who, what, when, where, why. I want you to
Oh,
rephrase that question with a who, what, when, where, why. Can you try that on your own?
uh, I think so. Yeah.
Give it a shot.
All right. So tell me again, why are you staying in Visalia?
Good. There we go. Now we're thinking. Okay, but here's what we're going to do. Instead of saying the why can be a little confrontational. I want you to
Yes.
change it from why are you wanting to move or stay in Visalia to what's the benefit of moving or staying here in Visalia? Same question,
Okay.
but a little bit better. Okay, so I'm literally trying to get you from good to gooder. So, what's the benefit?
Okay. It's great that you're staying in Visalia. So what's the benefits in staying in Visalia?
Well, we don't want to move the kids from the current school, but we would like to stay here in Visalia if at all possible.
Ah, yeah. So it's the kids are staying in the current school. I understand that. And how soon do you need to move to your next home?
Let's get to 3 questions between the questions. We're working, Stan. I love it. I love it. Okay, here we go. Before you get to that, how soon? Here's what I want you to do. Now, you
Okay.
mentioned kids. Say
I
it.
mentioned kids.
How many kids do you have?
How many kids do you have?
I have 3. Here we go.
Okay.
What are the ages of the kids?
Oh wow. How old are they? What are the ages are they?
Do it again.
Oh, great. You have 3 kids. How old are they?
One's 3, another one's 7, and then we have a 9-year-old. So a 3, a 7, and a 9-year-old. Here we go. Hold on. That sounds great.
That sounds great.
Is schooling important for you?
Is schooling important for you?
The answer is yes. Now you're going to say, is which school or where in Visalia would you prefer to be in? Where in Visalia would you prefer to be in?
Okay. Which school and which part of Visalia would you prefer to be in?
There we go. All right, much better. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to number 2, and I want you to do this on your own. I want you to ask 3 motivating questions, and it's okay. Just take the dialogue with what we just did. I don't expect you to remember 100% of it, but I want you to work on it. Okay, so are you planning to
Okay.
be more than one agent for the job of selling your home? Stan, we're not looking to interview anybody else. Really, it's just you, and it's really a matter of whether we're going to do it or not do it.
Okay, you know what? That's great to hear. Now, tell me again, just for clarity, where do you plan on moving to?
Well, we do want to stay here in Visalia.
Oh wow, Visalia, that's great. Let me ask you, what are the benefits of staying here in Visalia?
Well, we basically just want to stay here because of the kids and the schools. So it is important that we do stay here.
Ah, yes, kids in the school. That's I love to hear it. Now, uh, how old are they, if I may ask?
How many?
Oh, how many kids do you have?
Sound more excited though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, how many kids do you have?
There we go. I have three.
Wow, three kids. That's amazing. How old are they?
I have three, a 7, and then we have our 9-year-old.
Wow, that's amazing. That's three kids. It's always great to hear. Now, um, okay.
Is schooling important for you guys?
That's right. Is schooling important? How important is the schooling for you guys here in Visalia?
I love it. There we go. It is very important. We want to make sure that if we can, we stay on the northwest side of Visalia, but we're not opposed to going anywhere because we're okay with driving the kids to school.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay. And how soon do you have to? I'm sorry, I don't
You're
know how
there.
to
That's it.
switch
Finish it.
this.
Bring it home.
Okay, well, how soon do you have to be there?
Well, we're perfectly fine because the kids aren't going to be moving schools anytime soon. So there's no rush. We'll worry about that, next school season, but we'd like to find our home sooner rather than later. And we'll leave it there. Okay. So good job. Do you see what we're working on?
Yeah, yeah. I know the importance of the questions between the questions now, and asking three of them. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be 3 exact. My point is, I want you to expand the way that
Mm-hmm.
we ask questions. Number one. Number two is we are working on the quality of the questions of what I want you to work on. What this does now, even just with what we have, anybody know their motivation or at least a version of? What do you think it is, Stan?
Well, the kids and the schooling, and it's important to stay in Visalia
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then as we
Hmm.
continue on the rest of the script, I might ask questions as an example. What type of home are you looking for? How big of a home? All of these things that will continue to create further clarity of with what we're talking about. Okay. So let's add any further insight on with what Stan just did.
Hey, Stanley. Yeah, I think you did great. I think it's super important when you're coming to these calls to jump in, and you're super coachable. So you took everything that you heard and you did it yourself. So I thought that was great. But each time, you could tell you sounded a little bit better and better, and it got more confident. So I think with more practice, you'll be even more confident. You do have a very welcoming and curious tone, which is great because that makes people feel comfortable. So it's not coming across too aggressive. So people, I think, will gravitate towards that. There may be some. I know you have like a tendency to be polite, to be like, okay, is that okay? Just kind of like trying to avoid the rejection. Um, but also you want to still showcase you're welcoming, but you're still an aggressive listing agent. So you do want to kind of play both sides when you're asking these questions.
Yeah.
Polite, still aggressive. Got it.
So here's probably the best way to, which I basically talked about that same thing, Lizette, with another coaching client yesterday. What we don't want to do is we don't just want to be the nice guy because we know where nice guys finish, right? What we want to do is we want to
Love.
be the professional guy that happens to be nice. There's a difference. Okay.
Hmm.
So I don't want Stan to just be the nice guy because I can imagine we've never had the opportunity to meet, but I'd imagine you're a very, very nice man. Okay. So I just want to say kudos to you. Let's get somebody else to role play. So Stan, good job. Hopefully you took away a nugget or 5. All right. Who else wants to go?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bring it. Let's go. Who else? Brandon, you're up. Let's go.
Before I come out, a number of questions I need to ask you, okay?
Yeah, let's go for it.
If what I say makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident that I can sell your home, Are you planning to list your home with me when I come out on Tuesday at 4?
All right, one more thing. Start from the top. Let's start with the ring ring and then put this guy on right here.
All right, ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, Robert, it's Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Before I come out, there are a number of questions I need to ask you, okay?
Yeah, do it.
Hey, if what I say makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident that I can sell your home, are you planning to list your home with me when I come out today at 4?
I think so. I think we're ready.
Now, are you guys planning to interview more than one agent for the job of selling your home?
I don't think so. I think at this point in time, it's really just going to be up to you. We did have a conversation with another agent about 6 months ago, but honestly, I didn't really care for that person.
Okay, any reason why you didn't care for that person?
They just didn't have their act together. They came out and they were wanting me to come up with a price, and they had no game plan, and they didn't even really even have a presentation.
Oh, great. And what qualities are you looking for in an agent to represent you, Robert? Just curious.
Just somebody who's going to be communicative, someone who's going to have a game plan, and of course, most importantly, give me the most amount of money.
Okay, great. And tell me again, where are you moving to, Robert?
Well, we want to move to Peoria if we can.
Peoria, that sounds exciting.
Mhm.
And how did you happen to pick Peoria?
Well, we hear that it's kind of a upcoming community. There's a lot of growth in the area. I'm a big baseball fan, so I love the Peoria, team. So yeah, that's kind of where we want to stay at.
Big baseball fan, right?
Mhm.
Well, this is the place to be, especially for spring training.
Yeah.
So how soon would you like to be enjoying your first baseball game, Robert?
What would be the benefit? Who else is most excited?
Oh, what would be the benefit of moving out here to Peoria, Robert? Who's most excited about the move?
Well, ask one of them. Don't confuse me.
Okay, who is most excited about your move here to Peoria, Robert?
Well, my girlfriend for sure. She's always wanted to make a move out to Arizona, and I told her great things about the west part of town. So we figured we'd go ahead and make that move over there.
Now, when
You all right?
am I when I see you, how much do you want to list your home for
No, no,
as a
no.
professional?
Let's back
Okay,
up.
how soon?
Let's back up.
How
Let's back
soon
up.
you have? All right,
Stop. All right. So with me, okay. So tell me again, where exactly are you moving to? Role reverse.
tell me again where exactly. Oh, I'm moving to Peoria.
Peoria. Awesome. That's great. That's pretty exciting. Why Peoria of all places?
I'm a huge baseball fan.
Love it. So are you a fan of Peoria or are you a fan of the Diamondbacks?
Uh, yeah, I love baseball and Peoria.
Uh,
I don't know. I've
there
never
we
been
go.
to Peoria.
I love it. Well, that's definitely great stuff. Who else is making the move with you, by the way, Brandon?
My girlfriend's really excited about it.
Cool. Awesome. So you guys are looking forward to it. Your girlfriend's looking most forward to making that move. What are some of the benefits specifically, as you mentioned about Peoria, that you guys are looking forward to besides baseball?
Oh gosh, the cost of living is a little cheaper than in California, and we can get a bigger house and expand our family and enjoy more time with our family with a little more money.
Love it. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Cost of living is definitely way more affordable than California. Besides you and your girlfriend, who else is making the move with you?
It's just us.
Cool. Awesome. Which of the two of you is most excited about making that move?
I would say I am
That's sweet.
because
Love
I because I love baseball.
it. There we go. And how soon would you actually like to be in Peoria?
I mean, well, my job transfer starts in 3 months.
Okay, got it. So we have a little bit of time, but not too much time, is with what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
If we were to sell this home in the next 30 days, would that be a pro or would that be a con for you, Brendan?
Hey, that'd be a pro. Can you do that?
For sure. Do you see what we did?
Mhm.
Okay. So now we have a little bit more clarity. I just want you thinking a little bit, a little bit better in regards to the who, what, when, where, why. So start with number three. Tell me again where you're moving to, and then we'll take it from there.
Hey, Robert, tell me again, where are you moving to?
We want to make a move over to Peoria.
Oh, great. And what's most important about moving to Peoria to you guys?
We really like the growth of the community. I'm a huge, huge baseball fan too. So we just want to get out there, before next baseball season.
I see. And Robert, tell me, who's most excited about this move to Peoria?
between my girlfriend and myself, I'm gonna probably say more our dog. So,
Oh, okay.
uh,
And what are you most looking forward to about being out here?
just having a backyard. Being in a position where we can have a backyard, our dog will have some room to play.
Yeah, definitely. More room to play would be great for the dog. Now, how soon do you have to be there?
There we go. Okay, so you can even tie in a little bit of what was just said. So that's perfectly fine with tie in as well. How soon do you want that backyard? Do you see what I'm doing?
How soon do you want that backyard?
There we
Yeah,
go. Okay, cool. So very good stuff. All right. Awesome work, Brandon. Okay. So in
thanks.
that, I think the one thing I do want you, there's a little bit of importance in with what you just did. Number one is you do have to have this guy because you get a little bit stern faced. Okay. And then shows up. There's the old saying, I can hear you smile. Okay. The next thing is the repeating and the affirming. Okay. So repeat, affirm, repeat, affirm. And when we repeat, we want to make sure that we create that excitement. Okay. Baseball, that's awesome. That's great. Okay. So we don't want to come across over the top cheesy. We don't want to do that, but we also don't want to be like, well, baseball, well, that's great. Okay. We don't want to do that either. So we want to be right around that 7-8. Good job. All right. Well, we got about 3-4 minutes left. Lizette, anything you want to add for Brandon or any other insights?
Well, it's interesting because I thought it was totally opposite. I thought he sounded very enthusiastic.
Mm,
Like as if like he did have a smile. I didn't have him on my screen, but I could tell his energy was pretty high. So I figured he's standing. But I thought it was a little bit more enthusiastic. So I thought he did have a smile
yeah.
based on the tone. But yeah, I think you did a great job. I think you have just like a natural way of being like a friend, like talking to a friend. It's very conversational. I did notice that you acknowledge some things, but not everything. So just kind of like, oh, my dog's most excited. Oh, okay. Like, and then it's just kind of like brushed over. But other things you did acknowledge. I think where the finesse from working from one question to the next question could be the area of opportunity.
Awesome. Good insights. Okay. So when you showed up on your first role
Thank
play,
you.
Brandon, when you showed up on your first role play, you were like a 5 or 6. It was a little bit stoic. Second one was exactly where we want to be at in that 8-9 window. Okay. We want to get them excited. All right. So we got a couple of minutes left. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything that we can address, anything that can be addressed, anything that, any areas of opportunities or concerns? We got it all figured out. I love it. I'm doing a great job. Let's keep this thing going. All right. So we got room for one more. Let's just do an opening. Who wants to go for just simply the opening?
Robert, can you hear me?
Let's go. Go ahead.
Okay, Robert, how would you address objections to commission when someone is pressing you to give them an answer?
Give me the objection.
So how much do you charge for commission?
That's a great question, Deborah. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do is we'll go over that tomorrow in our presentation. Any other questions you have for me?
Well, the other agent that I'm considering told me that they can do it for 2%. So I'm wondering if you can match that.
Absolutely. What we'll do is we're going to go over all of the different commission options available, including that of the 2%. And we'll talk about that in more detail tomorrow when we get together at 5 o'clock. Is that fair?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, perfect. Give me a little bit more resistance though. Give me the is there a number that you charge though? Give me that one.
Well, is there a number that you charge? Is there a fee? What is the fee? I'd
Sure.
like to have information.
Absolutely. And Deborah, it sounds to me as if what you're looking for is someone who's going to net you the most amount of money, correct?
Absolutely.
Perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the 2%, the 2.5, and even the 3% options. The best part about this, though, Deborah, what I want you to be aware of is you're not going to pay me $1 more than what you feel I'm worth. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair, but I gotta pay you something, right?
Well, there
Let me
is
just
definitely a fee for the service. So we do have the 2.5, and even the 3%. And heck, we even have some more options available that we can go over that in detail. So we'll see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock, and we'll address all of those concerns. Okay.
Okay.
So we are answering
Okay.
the question, we are addressing it, but we're also letting them know that we're not stuck at just 2%.
Okay.
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 Now, what's
Okay.
what's also going to happen is we go out and we present. Here's what happens out of 10 times. there's going to be 2, 3, or 4 of them that you go through, you ask for the signature, they sign, and you're like, they never even asked me about commission. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's going to be
Mm-hmm.
another 3 or 4 times that they're going to sit there and you're going to kind of go back and forth. They're at 2, you're at 3, 2.5. All right, fine. Let's do it at 2.5. But if I can sell it at this, then we're on the same page, right? And then there's going to be another 2 or 3 times where they're just going to be like, nope, 2%, take it or leave it. I'm not doing anything. And you'll have to determine whether it's going to be worthy of it or not. So, are we okay with taking 2% listings? I am. Okay. Now, if it's a $2 million, $5 million listing, am I going to walk away from a 2% commission? Nope. I'm taking that listing. Okay. We got it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's a $150,000 listing at 2%, I'm like, good luck. See you later. Okay. So we'll have to let that determine. All right, everybody. So Sanaz, thank you so much for volunteering. What we'll do is I'm going to have you on, if you could please, next week. So we are going to go ahead and move forward as promised. Well, we start on time, finish on time, because we got to get to those phone calls. So go take a listing or 5. Last reminder, or not last reminder, one more reminder, sorry. Business planning next Wednesday. Okay. If you're interested, send me a DM. We'll get you guys the Eventbrite. You guys can register, and we'll see each other next Wednesday for the 2-hour, 12 to 2 o'clock Pacific Standard. Okay. But in the meantime, get signed up, and I'll see you all next Tuesday, 7:30. We're going to continue to bring this thing home. Thank you guys all for attending. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.